Welcome to the House of King Ferdinand.
Is this thing on? Well, if it is, action. Everybody is just trying to figure all of this out. And what I mean by that is what their purpose is, what they're passionate about, what type of lover they want to spend the rest of their lives with. All of those things, we're just trying to figure it all out as we go. And what I've done and what I will continue to do is eliminate the noise and all of these different perspectives that try to persuade you one way or another. So, you're talking just to talk with King Ferdinand, by the way. I love how easy that is. I just kick off the conversation based off of how I'm feeling and what I would like to talk about and go from there. I am right now taking these pieces apart. You probably don't know what this is, but it's to soundproof my studio, which I'll show you right now. Because I love the fact that I have this camera set up and I can make everything happen and show you around the House of King Ferdinand. So this is my second bedroom that I turned into a studio, and the backdrop, everything you're looking at right now was created and put together by me. There's some pieces in this studio that were designed by EazyBaby that had, for example, this one right here, as well as that one over on the corner, and a few just different trinkets and pieces that are meaningful to me, where I feel really, really good to be in this space and create content for the world to see and listen to. Something happened recently where I was reading a book, this book right here by Simmons. It's about power, manifestation, just building your wealth. And one of my good friends, Rudy, he actually told me that there was a bottle signing, this bottle right here, which is in the shape of a bag of money. Look at how cool that looks. But I had no idea who Simmons was, and I posted a couple things about this not too long ago, but cool thing is I was able to get these two bottles signed. And at first I was gonna, open the bottle and drink it and test it out, but I have a feeling those bottles are significant to my story here because I had no idea who Simmons was, and how did I stumble across an opportunity to go and spend time with Rudy, and he is Simmons' biggest fan, or one of them anyway. So, just gave you a little tour around the studio and back here into the kitchen. So that studio, like I said, I'm taking these apart because I'm gonna soundproof the room, because I want the audio to be the best that I have ever heard of or seen before, based off the resources and what I have today. Not wishful thinking of I wish I had this and all of these big names like Rode and Shure microphones. I have some good quality stuff. So what I'm gonna do is just utilize the tools that I have already and maximize the potential of my show and my brand, which is also a lesson to me to bring myself back into the present moment, which I think a lot of people can benefit from, that type of thought process. So everyone always wants to seek outside of themselves in order to accomplish anything, but I realize that the answers are already within self. So here I am talking just to talk with you and King Ferdinand, because I realize talking just to talk with me is very therapeutic for myself. So I'm gonna continue and put these into the studio along the walls so that I can soundproof the room and elevate the audio for the podcast, Talking Just to Talk with King Ferdinand, which is available on YouTube. We've already put our first episode out, but we're working on the next piece of content, which will be called The House of King Ferdinand. So stay tuned, and thank you for subscribing. Please like and comment on the content that's coming out for the show and support us. We are building a community of artists to achieve great things. I've been saying this constantly, but I mean it to be true, and I know it to be true. We are building a community of artists that will achieve great things in this world. And everything starts at home. That's the reason why I always refer back to the house of King Ferdinand, because all the answers reside within yourself. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to the house of King Ferdinand.
Is this thing on? Well, if it is, action.
Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of Talking Just to Talk with King Ferdinand. This is a show that celebrates the art of conversation and talking just to talk about art, fashion, and music. I've been saying this for quite some time. The show is trial and error. So I like to try things and see what works. It's like taking a piece of spaghetti and throwing it against the wall and seeing what sticks. Luckily I have the patience, the time, and the belief and faith in myself that I can achieve anything. So I will try. I'm bold and courageous enough to try new things and see what happens. I mean, I feel like I am at a real studio because I made it. I created it by hand myself, but like, it's surreal. I guess this is how it would feel if I'm walking on the set, let's say at Warner Brothers or, Paramount Plus or something like that. Everything that I need is right here in this room. You can't see the speakers, but you've seen it in some of the content before that I've posted. But I have literally like DJ speakers, DJ level speakers on the stand with the woofer and everything that I need for excellent sound quality when I do events. But I mean, everything in the backdrop is significant and it means something to me. It identifies something throughout my life's journey or something significant to the show. For example, those light bulbs right there, just honestly, it's ideas, light bulb moments. And every time I look at that, I just think about the house of King Ferdinand and this show, Talking Just to Talk with King Ferdinand. I literally look at it like a precious jewel. Hence the reason why you see those like crystals inside of it, because when I first started to think about doing something for me, something significant, creating my own vision for my life, I started to make eye contact with King Ferdinand and I could not put it into words on what I was looking at. And the best way to describe it is it's like a precious jewel that I laid eyes on and I said, oh, I have to polish that jewel, that gem, and figure out what it is so I can really look at it. And the more I looked at it, the more and more attractive it became. The one and only EazyBaby in the house tonight. I got to do it all over again. I got to slip into something a little bit more comfortable so I can try on this jacket designed by the one and only EazyBaby. Okay, you have to go. Yes, Easy.
That's why I was telling you, like, I wanted it to sit for a minute before I sent it so that everything can settle in.
Now I remember,
but
yeah.
I rushed it, soon as I finished it, I packed it.
Easy.
Don't do that.
Wait, because it's like one of those things you look at it, the more and more you reveal.
Yes. That is stupid. Ooh, the jacket in the background. You see it. Yes, bitch.
What does this say on the back?
The kingdom. A little one too. Just pay attention to what everything is doing. Yeah, coming up, going down. The house of King Ferdinand.
What did you do?
Ooh. Ooh.
As you can see, Easy and I are speechless.
250, over 250 safety pins pinned in that jacket, by the way. Boom.
How did you start doing this, Easy? You want to talk just to talk about that?
Sure, we can recap. King Ferdinand and I
All one
were
word.
all one word, both. Okay. King Ferdinand, EazyBaby. We were talking about, well, he tapped me on my shoulder and he asked me, what's the passion of mine? Where do I see myself? What do I see myself doing? Something that I love to do or something that I would like to start doing. And I told him that, I wonder what my life would have been like if I were like a stylist or something like that.
In the EazyBaby original.
King Ferdinand. How's the King Ferdinand?
How's the King Ferdinand? You see it on the back?
You could do all black with that. We were always dabbling in those type of things. And I think I always go back to that.
It was significant. And I didn't, in the moment, you never realize how significant different conversations are, different moments, but it was significant. And after the fact, I realized it was not just for me, but you and everybody around us, because everybody wants to see this come to fruition. There's a lot of support that we have. So,
oh man, and sometimes it makes me anxious and nervous because it's like, I don't want to let them people down. I think that's why I go so hard. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Easy. I don't know what to say, but this feels like a moment.
3 weeks.
This feels like a moment. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know. I don't know. This is what King Ferdinand, all one word, should be wearing for New Year. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is absolutely, hold on. Any surprise elements? Because baby, you like to play these games and I
know.
You like to think me down there. You see the vision. You see the vision. It's playful. It's elegant. This is something that I would walk the red carpet in.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was going for. I made sure
and you tipped each with red. Yes, you absolutely, each and every one. Let me look and see one. Give me a time. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Talking Just to Talk with King Ferdinand, baby. This episode was about the House of King Ferdinand, which is a brand that we are building from the ground up. This show celebrates the art of conversation and talking just to talk about art, fashion, and music, plus anything else that we love. As the creator of the show and the brand, it is very important for me to tell stories about these talented artists and how it all started with curiosity, creativity, and collaboration with talented artists like EazyBaby, featured in this episode, and Adrian Lopez Photography, which in my opinion is the best photographer in the state of Texas. For more content like this, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment about your favorite part of the show as we build this brand from the ground up. Thanks for watching and see you next time on Talking Just to Talk with King Ferdinand.